Love doesn't see color, but the world does. Some of Hollywood's biggest black celebrities faced intense backlash, lost fortunes, and even saw their careers crumble, all because of who they chose to love. Their relationships with white women sparked outrage, igniting debates on race, fame, and society's double standards. What really went down behind the headlines? Let's uncover the untold stories of love, sacrifice, and controversy that rocked Hollywood. Idris Elba, the Hollywood A-lister, known for his powerful performances in blockbusters like Thor and Luther, has long been a symbol of success and style. But behind the glitz and glamour, his personal life has been anything but smooth, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. In 2013, Elba began a relationship with Polish actress Niana G. The following year, the couple welcomed a son, marking what seemed to be the start of a beautiful new chapter. But what began as a fairy tale romance quickly spiraled into one of the darkest chapters of his life. Niana, with her striking looks and magnetic personality, seemed like the perfect match. Yet, cracks in their relationship soon began to show. She often expressed frustration over Elba's demanding career, accusing him of prioritizing his work over their family. These tensions escalated into public criticisms, with Niana accusing Elba of abandoning his family to chase his ambitions. The strain of these accusations was devastating. What was once a loving relationship unraveled into bitter arguments and emotional turmoil. By 2016, the relationship ended quietly, leaving unresolved pain in its wake. The breakup not only marked the end of their love story, but also left a profound impact on Elba's mental and professional life. At the height of his career, Elba found himself battling isolation and instability. Once a beloved figure on set, his relationships with colleagues grew strained, and his passion for his craft waned. The scars of this failed romance lingered, a haunting reminder of the complexities of love. Kanye West, a musical visionary and cultural icon, wasn't just known for redefining music, but also for his high-profile personal life. In 2014, he married Kim Kardashian, a media powerhouse and reality TV star, forming one of Hollywood's most talked-about unions. Together, they had 4 children and built a modern media empire. But beneath the dazzling facade of their relationship lay a story of tension, heartbreak, and tragedy. From the moment their romance began in 2012, Kanye publicly celebrated Kim as his muse, showering her with admiration. Yet their seemingly ideal partnership was shadowed by cracks that widened over time. The breaking point came in 2020 when Kanye launched an ill-fated presidential campaign. His erratic behavior and deeply personal revelations, including claims that Kim had considered aborting their first child, shocked fans and sparked public scrutiny. The media frenzy intensified, with Kanye accusing the Kardashians of trying to control him. Kim, despite her efforts to protect Kanye from the storm, became a target herself. Critics labeled her the cause of his unraveling, suggesting she failed to support him during his struggles. By February 20th of 2021, their 7-year marriage ended quietly with a divorce. For Kanye, the aftermath was devastating. Professionally and emotionally, he was left reeling, battling isolation, pressure, and the immense weight of loss. If you want to explore the journey with me, please leave number 1 and watch this video until the end. Interesting things are waiting for you in the video. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a Hollywood titan and embodiment of resilience, has long been celebrated for his unparalleled success and devotion to family. Yet, behind the image of strength lies a lesser-known tale of heartbreak and struggle tied to his relationship with Lauren Hashian, the woman he has loved since 2007. Lauren entered Dwayne's life like a beacon of hope after his painful divorce from Danny Garcia. Their love brought balance to his life, culminating in a beautiful family with 2 daughters and a wedding in 2019. For a time, their relationship seemed flawless, a testament to love's power to heal. But as Dwayne's career soared to new heights, cracks began to form beneath the surface. Lauren, though deeply in love, began to feel sidelined by Dwayne's relentless schedule. Over time, her subtle critiques replaced open communication, leaving unresolved feelings to fester. The strain reached its peak in 2021 when Dwayne's non-stop pace led to chronic stress and alarming health warnings. The world's symbol of strength was now grappling with exhaustion, both physical and emotional. Forced to scale back his demanding workload, Dwayne found himself adrift. The man who once thrived on balancing his many roles now struggled with feelings of inadequacy and despair. As their bond frayed under the weight of unspoken tension, Dwayne questioned whether his success was worth the personal sacrifices. Lauren, once his anchor, had unknowingly become a mirror to his inner turmoil. Jordan Peele, the genius behind Get Out and Us, has captivated Hollywood with his visionary storytelling. In 2016, he married comedian Chelsea Peretti, and by 2017, they had welcomed their son, painting a picture of creative and personal harmony. Yet behind the scenes, their love story faced a darker reality. As Jordan's career soared, his relentless dedication to his craft pulled him further from home. Chelsea, once his muse and greatest supporter, began to feel overlooked. What started as small frustrations grew into deep divides as she struggled with feeling like a shadow in his life. For Jordan, the weight of balancing his meteoric rise and his family was crushing. Sleepless nights filled with self-doubt left him questioning whether he could succeed as both a filmmaker and a husband. The emotional distance between him and Chelsea widened, their connection strained by unmet needs and unspoken pain. Their marriage didn't collapse overnight, but the cracks deepened over time. What began as a union of love and inspiration became a source of anguish. Jordan, once celebrated for his control and creativity, found himself trapped in a tragedy of his own making, a master of horror consumed by the fragility of his personal life. Taye Diggs, a Hollywood icon celebrated for his roles in blockbuster films, seemed to have it all when he married Broadway star Idina Menzel in 2003. Together, they had a son in 2009, creating the image of a perfect family. But beneath the surface, a silent tragedy began to tear at Taye's heart. As Idina's career soared with high-profile Broadway projects, Taye found himself increasingly alone. Despite his unwavering love for his family, he often felt isolated in his own home. Idina's rising success kept her frequently absent, leaving Taye to face the silence of their home. The distance between them transformed their once passionate relationship into an unspoken burden. In 2013, they separated, and by 2014, their marriage quietly ended. The fallout hit Taye hard, plunging him into an emotional crisis. The accomplishments that once filled him with pride now felt meaningless in the wake of losing his family. While Idina's career continued to climb, Taye wrestled with feelings of failure and the haunting belief that love and success could never truly coexist. Once a shining star, Taye was left with an emptiness that no amount of fame could fill, a tragedy of unfulfilled love. Terry Crews, the charismatic actor known for his muscular physique and infectious humor, seemed to have it all when he married Rebecca King Crews in 1990. Together, they built a loving family with 5 children, appearing to the world as the perfect couple. But behind this flawless exterior was a heartbreaking tragedy Terry never anticipated. Throughout his career, Terry worked hard to be the ideal man, successful, caring, and dedicated to his family. Yet, hidden struggles began to erode the foundation of his marriage. His secret addiction to pornography, a shadow he couldn't control, slowly crept into their lives. At first, Rebecca was unaware, but soon she noticed her once attentive husband becoming distant, disengaged, and lost in a world she couldn't reach. The truth came crashing down when Rebecca discovered the depth of Terry's addiction. Devastated and betrayed, she tried to salvage their family, supporting him through therapy and painful conversations. But as Terry grappled with overwhelming guilt and helplessness, their love became a burden for them both. Eventually, Rebecca felt trapped in a cycle of disappointment and left, taking their children with her. Terry was left to confront the emptiness of his home and the profound loss of his family. While his career continued to thrive, the emotional toll of his broken marriage became a wound that never fully healed. Omari Hardwick, a beloved Hollywood actor known for his remarkable talent and magnetic presence, seemed to have it all when he married Jennifer Fouch, a white woman. Together, they created a family with 2 children, appearing to live the picture-perfect life. However, behind their facade, their love story was plagued by unexpected turmoil. When Omari married Jennifer, he believed that love could overcome any obstacle. But he didn't anticipate the harsh judgment from his own community. As a prominent figure in the Black community, Omari faced intense criticism for choosing a partner outside his race. He was accused of betraying his roots and culture. The cruel remarks and judgmental stares wounded not only Jennifer, but also left Omari feeling torn between 2 worlds, never fully belonging to either. The relentless scrutiny caused Omari to withdraw, growing more distant from Jennifer over time. Cultural differences and the struggle to reconcile his identity with his love created deep cracks in their relationship. Despite her efforts, Jennifer couldn't fully understand the pain Omari was enduring. Torn between his identity and his love, Omari began to lose his sense of self. The emotional distance grew, and minor disagreements turned into irreparable conflicts. Eventually, Omari came to realize that even their deep love couldn't withstand the pressures of societal judgment and cultural divides. In the end, they quietly parted ways, leaving behind a love story marked by both beauty and pain. Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest comedic talents of his generation, built an extraordinary career with his groundbreaking Chappelle's Show and major performances on big stages. In 2001, he married Elaine Mendoza, a Filipino woman, and together they had 3 children. To the public, they seemed like the perfect family, but beneath their seemingly idyllic life, there was a profound tragedy. While Elaine was a devoted wife who stood firmly by Dave, he was silently battling invisible pressures. His life was consumed by fame, public expectations, and the unrelenting demands of the entertainment industry. Over time, Dave began to feel trapped, unable to escape the weight of it all, even with Elaine's unwavering support. Despite her love, Elaine couldn't fully understand the silent pain Dave carried. He found it impossible to share the immense stress of his work life, and although they deeply loved each other, they couldn't bridge the emotional gap between them. Things came to a head in 2005 when Dave famously walked away from Chappelle's Show, shocking the world. Rumors of his mental health circulated, with many speculating he was battling depression. Elaine was bewildered, unable to comprehend his decision. Their lack of mutual understanding created deep cracks in their marriage. To shield their relationship from further strain, Dave retreated from the public eye, choosing to live on a farm. Ice-T, a legendary figure in hip-hop, built an empire with his powerful rap and undeniable talent. In 2002, he met Nicole Coco Austin, a glamorous model and actress, and his life seemed to take a joyful turn. They married, and in 2015 welcomed a daughter, drawing public attention due to their age gap and high-profile relationship. However, no one could have predicted that the greatest tragedy in Ice-T's life would come from the woman he loved most. In 2013, a shocking scandal erupted when Coco was photographed in compromising situations with another rapper. The rumors spread quickly, and the media attacked, tearing apart the love story Ice-T and Coco had carefully built. The betrayal hit Ice-T like a crushing blow. A man who had always prioritized family was now facing both disloyalty and the intense public scrutiny that followed. His life began to unravel as he dealt with profound disappointment. Every public appearance became a painful ordeal, surrounded by judgment and endless questions about his wife's loyalty. Ice-T began to question whether their relationship could survive such a betrayal or if their love was strong enough to heal. Surprisingly, Coco didn't give up. She issued a public apology and worked tirelessly to repair their marriage. Though deeply hurt, Ice-T ultimately chose to give her a second chance. But the question remained, could their relationship ever truly recover from the scars left behind? Michael Jordan, the man who revolutionized basketball and became a global icon, not only excelled on the court, but also built a powerful empire beyond sports. After his first marriage to Juanita Vinoy, he married Cuban-born model Yvette Prieto in 2013, seemingly creating a picture-perfect life. However, appearances can be deceiving, and behind the perfection lay an untold tragedy. It all began when Yvette, Michael's beautiful wife, became increasingly demanding of their marriage. She insisted that Michael step away from his work and passions to focus entirely on family life. Her growing demands left him feeling as though he was living someone else's life. The tension between them steadily escalated, and despite his legendary status, Michael struggled with a family dynamic that seemed unrelenting. The constant arguments and Yvette's demands created a trap that Michael couldn't escape. Though he had it all, career, fame, and fortune, his health, spirit, and passion began to deteriorate. He was no longer the strong, driven man he once was, but a shadow of himself. Donald Glover, also known as Childish Gambino, is a multi-talented artist with a brilliant career spanning music, acting, directing, and producing. He is a symbol of limitless creativity. But behind all his success lies an unexpected tragedy. His relationship with Michelle White, a white woman, was far more complicated than it seemed. From the start of their relationship, Donald faced criticism from both the black community and his fans, who couldn't understand why he, so deeply rooted in black culture, would choose to love a white woman. The relentless scrutiny left Donald torn, constantly struggling to reconcile two worlds, family and community, love and career. The true tragedy unfolded when Donald realized that, despite Michelle's love for him and their 3 children, she couldn't fully grasp the struggles he faced. She couldn't understand the exhaustion of confronting racial and cultural conflicts, nor could she stand by him as he fought to protect his reputation and career. Their endless arguments wore him down, turning each night at home into an emotional battle with no escape. This emotional strain not only impacted Donald's mental health, but also stalled his creative momentum. Projects he once poured his heart into began to lose their allure. His love for his family, his children, and his personal life dragged him into a vicious cycle with no way out. Wesley Snipes, once a major action star of the 1990s, was one of Hollywood's most sought-after names, becoming a symbol of strength and talent in iconic films. But no one could predict that his relationship with Jennifer Lopez, one of Hollywood's brightest stars, would set off an irreversible downfall. In the early 1990s, both Wesley and Jennifer were on the rise, and together they became one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples. Yet behind the image of perfection, their relationship was far from smooth. Jennifer's growing ambition began creating a rift between them. Refusing to remain in the background, she became more prominent, which left Wesley feeling overshadowed and sidelined. Every public appearance deepened Wesley's sense of exclusion, as praise and attention were always directed at Jennifer. Despite being in a high-profile relationship, their emotional distance and Jennifer's lack of empathy began to take a toll. Professionally, the strain on their bond affected Wesley's ability to focus. After their breakup, Wesley felt as though he had lost himself. The emotional void left him unable to focus on his career, and major film opportunities slipped through his fingers. Meanwhile, Jennifer Lopez continued to shine. Wesley, left battling failure and loneliness, watched his career spiral into decline. Kevin Hart, the celebrated comedian who rose from humble beginnings to Hollywood stardom, brought laughter to millions. Yet behind the humor lay a tumultuous personal life, particularly the breakdown of his marriage to Torrei Hart after he cheated with a white woman. Kevin and Torrei's relationship began in 2003, seemingly destined to last forever. But as Kevin's career soared in 2009, he met someone entirely different, a beautiful, alluring model who quickly captivated him. Their affair escalated while Torrei remained devoted to their family. Kevin became entangled in secret meetings, drawn by the excitement this new relationship brought into his life. The tragedy struck when the affair was exposed in 2011. Torrei, who had stood by Kevin through thick and thin, could no longer endure his betrayal. The pain of feeling betrayed was unbearable, leading her to file for divorce.